Under co-citation analysis, we find three foundational clusters of sustainable leadership research. Their names are sustainable business, represented by red note, sustainable leadership, green notes, and sustainable development, blue notes. It shows the past development of sustainable leadership research. Co-citation analysis means two articles are cited together in the reference list of another article. Under bibliographic, next is bibliographic coupling analysis. Under bibliographic analysis, we get 6 thematic clusters for sustainable leadership research. Their names are leadership for sustainability, red notes, education for sustainable leadership, green notes, leadership for sustainable innovation, blue notes, value of sustainable leadership, orange notes, competency of sustainable leadership, purple notes, and sustainable human development, light blue notes. It shows the present development of sustainable leadership research. Bibliographic means when two articles are citing another article in their reference list. Under co-occurrence analysis, organization culture, responsible leadership, education for sustainable development, and sustainable development are the most recent research topics being investigated at this time. Co-occurrence means two keywords appear together. Next is future research direction. Future research direction on the corporate sustainability theme shall look at the process of corporate social responsibility, activities in business, specifically social responsibility, responsibility towards environment, sustainable business, social welfare, and employment for community, etc. Application for business. Next part is limitation. First limitation is included article published only in Web of Science database. We can use another database for future research, or we can combine two databases in future research. Second limitation is about analysis technique. We can use another technique in future research. In the conclusion part, this study presents publication trends, most influential authors, institute, organization, journals, and article based on citation analysis is also present past and current development of sustainable leadership research through co-citation and bibliographic coupling analysis respectively. This research explored the future trends and future research direction of sustainable leadership research through co-occurrence analysis. Under implication, it is useful for scholar, academician, policymaker, practitioner, manager, entrepreneurs, and marketers. It would also help them to know the gap in the current literature and future research direction, which shall help them to conduct future studies. Thanks. Hello?
Yes, hello.
Yes, completed, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Now the session, now the presentation is open for the discussion. I believe there are no questions and queries on the topic. Thank you, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Hello.
Sir, can I present my PPT?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm trying my best, sir. Okay. To upload it on this from the first I tried from my mobile. Now I'm trying from my laptop, sir. Share screen, no sir. हेलो
हेलो
शेयर स्क्रीन पे जाना है ना?
यस सर, यस सर.
शेयर स्क्रीन के बाद शेयर शेयर
Yes. Yes, your screen is visible, sir.
but it is not visible to me now.
So I request you to close your window and restart with the presentation. Just click on the stop sharing and then
Stop
reshare
share.
your screen. Yes.
हाँ, sure.
Now reshare your screen. Now click on share.
Share screen, then go to the share.
Yes, it is visible now.
But it is not visible to me. What is the problem that I'm looking for? Yes, is visible to you, sir, now?
Yes, sir, it is visible.
When I'm changing this slide, is it visible to you now?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Start your
Okay,
presentation.
okay. My name is Kanaya Chaurasia, sir. Okay.
I
I'm
request
present.
you to click on the presentation mode.
Hello.
I request you to start the slideshow.
Normal slideshow. Yes.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir. Now. Okay. My name is Kanaya Chaurasia, sir. I'm presenting my uh, research paper. I have done work on the comparative study of water quality in dams of Igatpuri Tehsil based on physiochemical parameters. Introduction. The study compares the water quality of selected dams in Igatpuri Tehsil, Maharashtra, using physiochemical parameter to assess ecological health and water sustainability. Water samples were collected from various locations with each dams across different seasons, that is pre-monsoon, monsoon and post-monsoon. Parameters such as pH, electrical conductivity, dissolved oxygen, total dissolved solids, and biochemical oxygen demands. All these parameters were researched in situ. The study investigates seasonal and spectral variation in water quality and the impact of surrounding land use and catchment activities. It also assesses compliance of water quality with normal standard and identifies potential anthropogenic influences. So this slide shows the location of the four dams, such as the Upper Vaitarna Dam, the Mukne Dam, the Darna Dam, and the Bauli Dam. Upper Vaitarna Dam is the oldest dam, and even the Mukne Dam, they were built in the British era. All these dams supply water for irrigation and for drinking purpose. Upper Vaitarna Dam supply water to the Bombay, while Mukne Dam supply water to the Nagar, while Darna also supply to the Bombay localities. Uh, Parameter, as I already told you, temperature, pH, dissolved oxygen, biological oxygen demand, chemical oxygen demands. These parameters were calculated by using the digital hand meter. Electrical conductivity is an important indicator of water quality, reflecting dissolved ion level. In 2022, electrical conductivity levels in Darna, Upper Darna, Mukna, and Bauli Dam exhibited seasonal variation. So here you can see for Darna Dam, average electrical conductivity is 304.1 micros per centimeter in pre-monsoon. Then it spiked to 574.39 in monsoon, and again it declined. While in uh, Vaitarna, it displays 271.79, and again it rising to 612 in monsoon. In Mukne Dam, the value is 280.88 in pre-monsoon and increasing into 609. In Bauli Dam, it is 279.22. So here you can see here from these values that they are changing seasonally, especially in the monsoon period, because of the rainwater bringing various dissolved chemicals and other sediments into the water. So the electrical conductivity is changing in, especially in the monsoon season. Uh, in case of dissolved oxygen, uh, again here the comparative one minute. Dissolved oxygen again in four different dams. In Darna Dam, it is average 5.89 milligram per liter in pre-monsoon. Then it again rises to 7.04 milligram in monsoon. Same way in Upper Vaitarna, in pre-monsoon period, it is 5.83, while during the monsoon it is 7.08. In Mukne Dam, it is in pre-monsoon 6.91, but unexpectedly dropped to 6.20. In Bhavli Dam, it is moderate 5.80, while it rose to 7.01 in monsoon period. The dissolved oxygen, which is necessary for the life of the animal living in the water. Biological oxygen demands, again, in Darna Dam, the average is 3.32. Okay, but in it increases to 4.56 during monsoon and declined to 3.74 in post monsoon. In Upper Vaitarna, it is 2.98, again rises to 4.64 in monsoon and again stabilizes during the post monsoon period. In Mukne Dam, it is 3.12, while in monsoon it is 4.59, and again it settled down to 3.88 in post monsoon. In Bhavli Dam, again chemical oxygen demands are again in the four dams, as we can see here. In Darna Dam, in pre-monsoon, it is 23.57 and dropped to 14.41 during monsoon, and again rise to 18.28 in post-monsoon. In Upper Vaitarna, average it is 21.21 in pre-monsoon, decreased to 15.80 milligram during monsoon and reached to, again, increases 18.37 in the post-monsoon. Mukne Dam, it is 21.85 milligram in pre-monsoon while reduced to 15.56 in monsoon and again rises to 18.86 in post-monsoon. Same thing with the Bhavli Dam. Total dissolved solids, is the mud or soil that is present in the water, which decreases the visibility of the water. And again, it comparatively in the four different dams, in Darna Dam, Upper Vaitarna Dam, and Mukne Dam, here you can see total dissolved solids in Darna Dam is 480.28 in pre-monsoon and decreased to 229 in monsoon and rose to 275.80 in pre-monsoon, with values ranging from, we can get here from 303 to 500 up to 98.05 milligram per liter. Upper Vaitarna Dam, TDS, averagely 463.08 in pre-monsoon. Again, it decreased to 205.11 and reached to 261.61 in post-monsoon. Same way here in Mukne, TDS average is 454.62 in pre-monsoon, decreased to 202 and again rises little bit 270.93 in post-monsoon. Same way here in Bhavli, it changes in the seasonally. Total suspended solids of the four different dams. Here in Darna Dam, it is 31.16 milligram per liter in pre-monsoon, peaked at 63.98, that is increases, and again settled down to 40.55 milligram per liter in post-monsoon. In Upper Vaitarna Dam, total suspended solid is 31.76 per liter in pre-monsoon, while in monsoon it is 57, increases 57.25, and little bit it decreases in the post-monsoon in the Upper Vaitarna Dam. In Mukne Dam, total suspended solids is 29.27 milligram per liter, while it is increases to 63 in monsoon. So here we can see again here, sir, the total dissolved solids especially is increasing in the monsoon period, same like the total dissolved solids. Temperature variation also we can see in the four dams in Darna, Upper Vaitarna, Mukne, and Bauli. The temperature from ranges in Darna Dam from 26.87 to 30.38 degrees Celsius in pre-monsoon, while it is 23.45 to 25.81 during the monsoon, and further decline to 22.72 in the post-monsoon. That is in the winter season. Upper Vaitarna, the temperature is pre-monsoon is 27.32 to 30.97 degrees Celsius. In monsoon, it is 24.28, and in post-monsoon, it is between 22.63 to 25.16. Same thing with the Mukne. Pre-monsoon, the temperature is 27.32 to 31.23. Then it dropped in monsoon to 23.83 to 25.83 during the monsoon, and then again decrease in winter 22.63 to 24.34. Wet water pollution scores. The wet water pollution score is a systematic method for assessing water quality by combining various physiochemical parameters such as temperature, pH, dissolved oxygen, biological oxygen dissolved, carbon dioxide oxygen dissolved, TDS, TSS. Each parameter is assigned a weight based on its ecological impact, with a higher weight given to factors like dissolved oxygen and nutrients level. The WWPS score is calculated by multiplying the parameter score by its weight, then summing the weight score to determine the overall pollution level. The WS range from 0, it is excellent. If it is 1, it is heavy pollution, helping guide water management practices to government, WHO, and other private bodies. Here you can see the assessment of the water quality index for dams in Igatpuri, Darna dams in pre-monsoon, monsoon, post-monsoon. The values are given here, and it indicates the category, whether it is good quality, moderate quality, okay, in 4 different dams. Actually, the water quality index of all the 4 dams are good, and it is potable. That means people can drink this water. In conclusion, the water quality index elevation for the 4 dams in Igatpuri, that is Darna, Upper Vaitarna, Mukne, Bauli, reveal that the overall water quality is predominantly within the good water quality category, with fluctuation observed during the monsoon, as I said, because the monsoon water being lot of debris and other chemicals and nutrients and other things from the surrounding land to the water. Monsoon season, due to elevated pollution level caused by increased runoff. The water quality index value indicates that the wide seasonal variation result in a temporary decline in water quality only for a certain period of time, particularly during the monsoon. The water quality generally recovers in the post-monsoon period. This finding highlights the necessity for continued rigorous monitoring, particularly during the monsoon, to manage the heightened pollution risk and to implement effective migration strategies for maintaining optimal water quality across all seasons. That's what I have completed, sir. Any question? Hello.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yes.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir. I had asked you earlier also that can I present? You said tomorrow, but is it possible? If it is possible to accommodate me today, I would want to do it today, or whatever you say, sir.
You can present today if it is okay with you.
I would love to present today only, sir, if you
Okay.
permit. If there is no issue with the timings, then. Or if you think it is going
No,
past
you
the
can
timing, then you can tell me.
you can present today itself, ma'am.
Okay, sir. I'll do it today. You tell me when I should. My name myself is Dr. Sandeepa Chatterjee. If you announce my name, I will start.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Good afternoon, sir. I am Dr. Arpit Datta. Is my presentation visible, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, so the poster presentation is on climate change and increased risk of cancer, the environmental changes and its impact on human health. I am a research scholar of public health of Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences, SRMU University, Lucknow. So this is the content of my presentation, understanding the climate change, its impact on health, and about cancer risk, what causes cancer, and how climate change increases cancer risk, the ultraviolet radiations and the impact on skin cancer, the air pollution and its cancer risk, and the water pollution and its relation with the cancer rates, the exposure to chemicals and environmental toxins and its increased risk of cancer, the climate change and disruption of food systems, the vulnerable population who are at most risk, and conclusion and call to action mitigating the impact. First of all, the introduction of climate change. Any change in climate over time, whether due to natural variability or due to any human activity, which results in long-term shift in temperature, weather patterns, or overall climate dynamics of the Earth. We can the key indicators for climate change are rising global temperature, changing weather patterns, and extreme events like drought, floods, and hurricanes. So the human activities like greenhouse uh, gases, the activities such as burning of fossil fuel, deforestation, environmental processes release large amount of carbon dioxide, the greenhouse gases, which heats the Earth's atmosphere, intensifying the natural greenhouse effects and leading to global warming. Its impact on ecosystems and global health, it disrupts and affecting species, habitats, food sources, and migration pattern, leading to biodiversity loss. The impact on health, it causes various impact like respiratory disease, heat related illnesses, and spread of infectious disease. In terms of respiratory defect, increased air pollution, the high level of pollutant like PM 2.5 and ozone, the respiratory issues such as asthma, the COPD, and lung conditions, the heat related illnesses like exhaustion, heat stroke, and dehydration. And in terms of the infectious disease, the warmer temperature and changing rainfall patterns leads to increased number of cases of vector-borne diseases like the vectors like mosquito, which thrive and leading to spread of infectious disease like dengue, malaria, and Lyme disease in new regions. The it increase the risk of cancer, as we know that increased exposure to UV radiation can cause the decrease of ozone layer depletion, and which increases the UV radiation reaching the Earth's surface, which expose us to uh, skin cancer, including melanoma and non-melanoma skin cancers, and air pollution, the rising level of air pollutants, benzene and nitrous oxides associated with lung, bladder, and other cancers, and prolonged exposure of such the polluted air worsens our wildlife emissions and contribute to higher risk of cancer. It also contaminates water and food system, and which causes flood, drought, contaminated water sources, and with carcinogens like arsenic and nitrates. What causes cancer? The cancer, it is the development of cancer is influenced by a combination of genetics, lifestyle choices like smoking, diet, physical activity, and environmental factors. The role of environment in factors in cancer development, environmental exposure such as pollution, radiation, harmful chemicals. Climate change can further amplify this risk by worsening air quality, increasing UV radiations, and promoting spread of infectious diseases. Uh, increase of UV radiation, we have already seen it can cause the DNA damage, leading to skin cancer such as melanoma, air pollution and carcinogenic effect, and contaminated water and food system. In terms of UV radiation direct relation with skin cancer, the thinning of the ozone layer and increased UV exposure, uh, due to climate change and pollutant like chlorofluorocarbons and ozone layer has been allowing more radiation, UV radiation to reach the Earth's surface, which a direct correlation of skin cancer is seen in that, and impact of sun exposure and inadequate protection. And the risk is especially high for individuals with frequent sun exposure or limited protective measures such as sunscreen or shades. In terms of air pollution, a major cancer risk, the climate change exacerbates air quality issues, which more frequent wildfires, industrial emissions, and stagnant weather patterns. The condition increases the concentration of carcinogens in the air, making exposure more widespread. And there are various studies linking air pollution to lung cancer, which has a clear linkage between long-term exposure and higher rates of lung cancer, even in non-smokers. The epidemiological study have found that areas with high air pollution levels report significantly high incidence of lung cancers. The efforts to mitigate the climate change are essential for reducing air pollution. The water pollution impact on drinking water and agriculture. Contaminated water affects both drinking supplies and irrigation for crops, leading to widespread exposure. Pollutant absorbed by plants or animals in contaminated water sources can enter the food chain and impact public health in broader terms. Carcinogens like arsenic and their link to cancer. It is a well-known carcinogen and commonly found in polluted water. Long-term exposure to these heavy metals and chemicals through water has been associated with increased cancer rates in communities relying on these contaminated sources. Addressing water pollution through stricter regulations and clean water initiatives is crucial for reducing cancer risk. The chemical exposure, the climate events release carcinogens, wildfires, floods, release harmful carcinogens, heavy metals. The contamination of soil and water leads to accumulation of toxic chemicals in soil and water sources. Health risks linked to development of various cancers and vulnerable population communities that are affected at higher risk to direct exposure of contamination of essential sources. Climate change and disruption of food system, the pesticide chemical use of pesticide chemical toxins entering food supplies, the climate induced condition like higher humidity can promote the growth of harmful molds. Link of cancer such as colon, liver, and stomach. Consumption of such foods with pesticides, heavy metals has been linked to cancer of liver, colon, and stomach. And prolonged exposure of to such contaminants increases the risk of cancer. The vulnerable population, the low, medium, low income or marginalized group of individuals have higher exposure to such pollutants due to proximity of industrial area, landfills, or areas with poor quality. They have fewer resources to use protective measures or live in a healthier condition. Area with high pollution rates, often near industrial or urban centers, report higher cancer, and population in this area are continuously exposed to such carcinogens such as airborne particles and contaminated water. So what we can do, the climate changes poses a growing risk to public health and serious implications for cancer rates due to increased pollutants and exposure to UV radiations and contaminated sources. The stronger environmental policies can limit greenhouse emissions, improve air quality, and protect water sources. Investing in clean energy, enforcing pollution controls, and supporting climate-friendly agricultural practices are essential to reduce exposure of carcinogens. And important of early cancer detection through our primary health care or secondary health care centers. Role of personal responsibility and awareness to reduce the exposure of environmental risks, such as use of sunscreen, avoiding heavily polluted areas, and supporting clean energy initiatives. This collective effort is key to reducing the health risk posed by climate change and protecting further generations. Thank you. Our health and our responsibility.
Hello, sir.
I
Hello,
finished my
sir.
presentation, sir.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Hello, madam.
Sir, I
Hello,
have
sir.
finished my
Aarti
presentation,
Anap.
sir.
Yes, next participants.
Hello, sir. I'm
Ah.
Aarti Anap.
Okay, madam.
Recently work in City Bora College, Shirur.
Okay. You can continue, madam.
Yes. My topic name is Impact of Social Media Marketing on Brand Awareness and Consumer Buying Behavior, a study on innovative marketing strategy. Sir, visible my PPT? Hello, sir.
Yes, your PPT is visible. Please continue.
Yes. So introduction: to improve the knowledge of two factors precede the social media marketing. Social media help to brand access the wider audience, reaching the millions of people. So brand authority established the through the consistent excellent content. Social media highlight the brand missions, values, and personality. Then objective of this study: the investigate the relationship between the social media marketing and brand awareness, analyze the impact of social media on consumers buying behavior and consumers minds, identify the effective social media marketing strategy for business, and any other uh, research methodology. We are investigating into the social media marketing, brand awareness, consumer behavior, and the purchase intention relate to the country and origin of various nations. The research models to empirically tested using the structural equation modeling, quantitative research, online survey, and social media analysis. Then review of literature exploring the impact of consumer involvement and brand familiarity and influencer marketing effectiveness, identifying the ancestors in CBC, social media interactivity, hedonic experience, and social media community engagement, identifying the social media marketing component, content marketing, engagement, and advertising, and examination, ES outcome, financial outcome, consumer satisfaction, and competitive advantages. Then key findings and data: social media marketing, brand awareness, consumer buying behavior, purchase intention, innovative marketing strategy. Conclusion and recommendation of my research paper: consumer choices to influence by the social media review, suggestions, and influencer marketings. A move away the traditional advertising. Social media interactive targeted format work better the traditional advertising. Engagement to customer: social media allow the two-way connection which promote. Then references the relationship between social media marketing and entrepreneur success. Then investment the and centers in customers brand engagement, consumer based on brand equity and social media. That's all, sir. Thank you. Hello, sir.
Okay, madam.
Yes, sir.
Now,
Thanks.
next,
Sir, yeah, I want to do it. Can I do it now?
yes, madam, you can continue, madam.
Yeah. Thank you. Somebody else has shared the screen, I guess.
Hello, sir. I want to present my paper.
Hello, sir. I'm not able to share. Can I just have a minute?
Just a moment, ma'am.
Yeah.
Let me make you a co-host. Ma'am, can you please share your screen? Hello?
Yes, I'm doing that only.
Yes, now it is visible, ma'am.
You can see?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you see now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'm from group 3, that is the department is management. I have done a survey research on effect of climate change awareness efforts by food service businesses on consumers' perception amongst youth in Mumbai. So the survey I have done only in Mumbai. So a major worldwide concern that has an impact on many industries, including the food service sector, is climate change. As awareness of climate change has grown in recent years, many food service establishments in major cities like Mumbai are adjusting by implementing sustainable practices. Customers' expectations of businesses are changing as they become more aware and concerned about environmental issues, especially in sectors like food services that are directly related to sustainability. Awareness of climate change and its impact on food services businesses can significantly affect consumer perception in a variety of ways. Businesses in the food service industry include a broad range of venues. Sir, can you see my slide? I hope it's going proper. Hello?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
You
It is
can see
visible.
my, it is visible. And is it changing also, sir?
Yes, ma'am. It is changing.
Okay, thank you, sir. Businesses in the food service industry include a broad range of venues that provide consumers with food, like bakeries and pastry shops, cafeterias, restaurants, and catering services are a few types of food service enterprises. Transparency in sourcing, production, and business methods is becoming more and more valued by customers. The objectives of this study was to understand consumers' perception about climate change awareness and its impact. To understand consumers' perception about climate change awareness practices of food service businesses, to find out climate change awareness efforts by food service businesses on consumer perception, to find out behavioral intentions of consumers as an effect of climate change awareness efforts by food service businesses. Here are the findings. From the obtained data, it can be observed that amongst the sample population of consumers in this survey, a majority understand about climate change awareness and its impact. They are the people who would support efforts like reducing carbon emission, investing in renewable energy, and promoting policies that address global warming. Majority of the respondents agreed on the matter that food service businesses climate friendly practices influence their perception of their overall brand quality. There are a variety of reasons and rational concerns that influence the decision of people who support climate conscious food sector practices but do not always use these services. When people's values and their purchasing habits are strongly aligned, they are more likely to support and actively opt to purchase from climate conscious food services. Then the decision of whether or not to pay more for meals from sustainable food service businesses often reflects each person's priorities, values, and financial realities. Majority of the respondents agreed about the fact that businesses' efforts to address climate change makes them feel better about eating there. Even if it costs more, people usually choose not to choose a climate conscious service company over a competitor business for logical, budgetary, and priority based reasons. Majority of the respondents believe that businesses' eco-friendly practices positively impact the overall dining experience. More percentage of respondents trust food service businesses more if they are transparent about their climate impact and sustainability goals. Also, more percentage of respondents are likely to recommend a food service business to friends or family if they are climate conscious. For supporting food service businesses that take a stand against climate change, more percentage of people agreed on it. While it came to switching to a food service business that adopts sustainable practices, even if it requires a change in the routine, more people have agreed. People who don't switch to a sustainable food service, even if it only means a change in routine, often prioritize comfort, convenience, and loyalty to familiar choices. For avoiding businesses that do not take climate change seriously, even if they offer cheaper options, more people have agreed. People who don't avoid businesses that disregard climate change, even when cheaper options are available, might simply place higher importance on immediate affordability and accessibility than on supporting climate change practices. For advocating their favorite food services, businesses to adopt sustainable practices, majority of the respondents agreed. For their perception of food service businesses, climate awareness influencing their future dining choices, most of the population of the respondents agreed. In conclusion, okay, according to the survey, a large number of young consumers value and support sustainable practices because they perceive them as good quality that is consistent with their environmental beliefs. A sizable portion of young people are still cost sensitive or doubt the true impact of these initiatives, even though a sizable portion are willing to pay extra for climate conscious solutions. Overall, the research indicates that food enterprises' climate conscious operations have a favorable impact on young people in Mumbai's brand perception, increasing their appeal to eco conscious customers. Food service companies must, however, strike a balance between competitive pricing, accessibility, and transparent disclosure of their environment impact in order to achieve wider adoption of sustainable practices. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Sir, can I present my paper?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. for the-
Okay, thank you, sir.
Ma'am, please start the presentation.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Paper, sir.
Hello.
Yeah, okay, thank you, sir. Good evening to all. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to present this paper on this platform. My topic is the impact of renewable energy growth on India.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir. I think he's gone offline. Should I present my paper, sir?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, sir. My screen is visible, right?
Yes, it is visible. Please go ahead.
Okay, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining my presentation. Today, I will be discussing a research on climate change and toxicology interaction of pesticides, um, impacts on honeybee health and pollinator conservation. My name is Shadab Mededar from Department of Zoology, Professor Ramkrishna More College. I am a research scholar over there, and this work was conducted under the guidance of Dr. Kalim M. Sheikh from Pune College, Arts, Science, Commerce. Okay, so introduction. Honeybees play a crucial role in pollination, which is essential for agriculture productivity and ecosystem stability. However, recent declines in honeybee populations have raised concerns. Two significant factors contributing this decline are climate change and pesticide exposure. The research aimed to assess how the combined effects of elevated temperatures and pesticide exposure influence honeybee behavior and health. Specifically, we focused on 3 common pesticides: thimethoxam, dimethoate, and deltamethrin. The research objective was that the elevated temperatures may or may not have negative effects on the pesticides of honeybees, leading to their changes in behavior. This study is significant as it highlights the potential synergistic threats to pollinators, which could further endanger global food security. Materials and method. For this experiment, Apis mellifera was selected as a model organism for pollinators. We divided 80 bees in 8 groups, each containing of 10 bees. These groups were exposed to different conditions, including normal and elevated temperatures, as well as varying pesticide treatments. Temperature controlled rooms were set at 25 degrees Celsius for normal and 35 degrees Celsius for elevated conditions. These bees were fed with 50% of sucrose solutions, either pesticide free, that is control, or containing sublethal doses of the pesticide thimethoxam, dimethoate, or deltamethrin. The control group was kept at 25 degrees Celsius with no pesticide exposure. Group 2, 3, 4 were exposed to individual pesticides at 25 degrees Celsius. Group 5 was subjected to an elevated temperature of 35 without pesticide, while the group number 6, 7, 8 were exposed to elevated temperatures combined with each of the 3 pesticides. 3 key parameters were tested: phototactic response, and that means their response towards the light source in a dark chamber. Syrup consumption, our known quantity of feed was provided to the groups, and it was recorded for a period of 10 days, and the survival, also known as longevity, for over 10 days. So the responses, now let's take the look at the results. The phototactic responses, which measures the bee ability to move towards the light source, was significantly delayed in the 3 pesticide treated groups 2, 3, and 4. Bees exposed to combined stress of elevated temperatures and pesticide exhibited the longest response times, indicating severe behavioral impairment. Next, for syrup consumption, we observed an increase feeding behavior under elevated temperatures alone, like due to higher metabolic demands. However, in pesticide treated groups, syrup consumption decreased drastically, especially when combined with heat stress. This reduction suggested impaired behavior, which could affect survival, colony, and pollination efficacy. Results for longevity survival analysis. The analysis was calculated based upon their duration of survivability using Kaplan-Meier survival curves. The results revealed that the highest mortality rates occurred in group exposed to both elevated temperatures and pesticides. That means the control group 25 degrees Celsius and 35 degrees Celsius without pesticides did not have any effect, that more effect. Therefore, groups 6, 7, 8 showed only 20% to 30% of survivability by the day 5. You can check for the survivability over here. Next, the results demonstrated that the combined effects of elevated temperature and pesticides exposure significantly impaired honeybee behavior and survival. This dual stresses could lead to decline in pollinator populations, which are vital for agriculture ecosystems. So therefore, we recommend adopting a climate adaptive pesticide management policies, additional integrating pest management strategies that minimize the use of harmful chemicals, which can safeguard the pollinator health. For the conclusion, to conclude, the study highlights the climate warming exacerbates the toxicity of pesticides on honeybee. This calls for an immediate action to revise pesticide guidelines considering the climate change. For future research, we plan to explore the long-term impacts of these stressors on entire honeybee colonies and extend our studies to other pollinator species. Thank you for your attention, and I'm open to any questions you may have.
Thank you so much. Now the session is open for question and answer.
Is there any effect of change in the environment on the different castes of that honeybees?
Can you just repeat it again? Different?
Hello,
Has I can hear you. What did you say, sir? Can you please
caste
repeat?
wise sensitivity, caste wise sensitivity of honeybees to the change in the
Okay.
temperature.
Okay. Currently, my study was just limited only to the worker bees. Only to the worker bees. I have not conducted any further research for drones and the queen bees, and nor I have conducted it on the honeybee larvae. So this was only
Okay,
limited to Apis mellifera. Further, I have been
okay, okay.
planning to do the elevated temperatures and other environmental changes. So that will be presented after file. The once the paper is completed.
Nice work. Continue. Best luck.
Thank you, sir.
Hello, sir. May I present now?
Yes, you can present.
Here, Dr. Priyanka Singh. I'll just share my PPT. Sir, am I audible and PPT is visible?
It is visible.
Okay.
You are audible. You can start.
Yes, yes. My topic is the role of Indian courts for enforcing the right to food with the help of the case analysis. First is the introduction part. Here I am going to introduce about the what is called as the right. Just a second, sir. Sorry. Introduction in case of the right to food. So in India, if we see, then everyone has the right to food considered under part of our right to life. It's not provided directly, but it is provided under the right to life. Now here the crucial role was played by the court. The court have been the key in making sure that this right is enforced. Now, if we see the focus of the talk, like how it is provided, then we will explore how here I am going to, in entire paper, I am going to explore how the Indian courts have stepped it in to protect this right through the important case law decision, which is called as somewhat judicial activism. Now, second part, which is I am going to explain, is the history. So, if we see the history, then there is the international influence. So, if we see food, then food as a human right is recognized globally, and especially in India, the government set up the public distribution system (PDS) in 1940s to provide a food, and in 1960s the Green Revolution for a food production system. Now, next is the certain Indian cases. So, first case, the cases through which the right to food is provided uh, by the court in two ways. First is the judicial activism, and second is the public interest cases, where public at large are considered for the particular case. Now, if we see the court talking, so the Indian court interpret the right to food as a part of right to life. As I already stated earlier, there is no direct right provided under the law, but through the right to life, it is provided. Now, public interest cases, it means public international litigation, where sorry. Uh, public interest litigation, which allows the citizens, it means public at large, to challenge the government on food security. That is called as a public international public interest litigation. Now there are few cases. One of the cases is the PUCL versus Union of India. Here a drought caused a major food shortage, but the government wasn't distributing the available food. So here the case was the decision of the court was that court declared the right to food as a part of right to life and order the government to provide the food through a program like school meals. An impact of this case was that this case set an important example showing that court can step in to hold the government accountable for for any particular cause which is affecting the public at large. So this was the case, and there is 2 to 3 more cases. Next case was the Swaraj Abhiyan versus Union of India. It is of the 2016. Again, it is related to drought. And second case is the Center for Public Interest Litigation versus Union of India 2017, where the child malnutrition case was handled. And third is the MC Mehta versus Union of India, which is connected to food security to environment protection. My next slide talks about the act, which talks about the entire food system, that is the National Food Security Act 2013. This act aimed at providing the subsidized food to most of the Indians. And there are certain programs which was organized by, which were issued by the government, is the PDS, school meal and nutrition for young children. And the role which court here play is the court keep the eye on the whether this law is properly implemented or not. Now, there are certain challenges to make the right to food work. First is the government issues, that bureaucracy, corruption, and lack of resources. Second is the differences across the India. That is, food programs don't always work equally well in all the states. In some state it is working well, but in some state it is not working well. And third is the court limitation. Sometimes courts also struggle to ensure order are fully followed. It means execution is the part of problem in some of the cases. Now there are certain court strengths and challenges. Then court works like have empowered people and increase the government accountability. But what doesn't work, the court can only do so much, making real change in require long-term commitment from government too. So it's better. Sorry. It's next step what court can do. So need a better cooperation among the courts, government, and NGO to make the food security sustainable. So if the right to food can be established in India completely. Now there are certain suggestions. So better monitoring, it means set up a commissions like for human right, there are several commissions. Same way in right to food also certain commissions can be set up. Special court for food security, special court like for the debt recovery, there is debt recovery tribunal. Same way for food security system also special court can be set up. Now there are second suggestion is training, where the judges can be equipped with regular training on food security issues, so they can easily tackle the cases and give the decision as per the law. Third is the database decision, where judges need to use the real data when making a court decision on food security. And expand the right. This right is very limited, so this right is supposed to include a water and environmental concern as a part of food security. Now I'm concluding my topic. The court here play a vital role in ensuring our food to right, and judicial action is powerful but need to be backed by a strong policy. It means more laws need to be established on the basis of the right to food only. And we need collaboration among all sectors. It means there need a there is a need of the joint activity by the court as well as government and society to ensure that no one remain hungry. That's it. And the references which I had referred here, the academic papers, case studies, key references on the food security and various acts. Thank you. Is there any question? My PPT is ended, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Now the session is open for the question and answer. Are there any questions from the participants? I suppose there are no questions. Thank you, everyone. Now we are ending this session for today. Tomorrow we
Thank
will
you, sir.
start at 10 in the morning. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Hello, sir. I want to present my paper, sir.